Hello everyone, this is IS323Unit5 recording. The Unit 5 reading and discussion. The reading this week is the Chapter 7, Designing a Web Form. The Unit 5 discussion initial post is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. Respond to the two elements of the discussion. Forms provide the most common method to collect information from users on the web. Search the web for information on effective use of forms and discuss your findings. Describe some of the most important issues you discover and include links to the sites you use for your information. Cite your sources using APA and don't forget your in-text citation. You need 2 replies by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Oops, I put that twice. Make sure you include at least one open-ended question in one of your replies. So the Unit 5 assignment is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Complete the Spice Bowl case problem 2 from tutorial 7 of your text. Zip all the files together and submit the zipped file. So after you get done, you're going to have a payment form that looks like this. So using your editor, you're going to open the SB payment, SB validate, and you're going to put your name and the date, and then you're going to save them, taking the text TXT out of the name. Then you're going to return to the SB payment and add links to the SB forms, SB validate. So there is already links there, but this is the 2 that you're going to add. And then you're going to add a script element. So this is the beginning of the script element to load the sbscript.js file. So basically, let me go back. So this is the script here. So this is the script element, and then this is the script. If you go to page 506, you'll find the code for the script element. Then the page will contain a form in which customers can log into their account. Directly after the SB logo PNG image, insert a form element from the ID login. Have the form use this website. So this is the image logo, and this is the form element. And this is the ID login. Within the login form, insert the following fields and controls. A text input box with the ID user box. For the username field, add the placeholder text username, and then a text input box for the ID password. Those codes can be found on 5 of 11. So here's your form, and then your 2 inputs. Next, insert a payment form directly below the payment form H1 header. So this is the header, and this is the form ID payment. That employs action at, so you have another website. Via the post method, assign the web form the ID payment. So there's your ID payment. Here's the website. Insert a field set. So here's a field set. Let's see, with ID billing to the payment form. Add the legend. So this is the legend billing information required to the field set. So you can see the billing part. You can't see the other part. Within the billing field set, add the labels and input boxes specified on figure 764. So I just have the beginning, like first name, last name. So you need to go to that figure and make sure you add all of those. If you go to page 507 to 509, it will help you with these field sets. Next, you're going to create a data list with the ID state list containing the 2-letter abbreviations of all the states. So here we have a label, and the input name, state list, And then you have your values, your option values. So if you go to page 554, it shows you more about the state list. Next, you have the text. The text of the zip field should follow, and it gives you the pattern here. So you're going to have a label, you're going to have an input, and you're going to have the pattern. Next, you're going to set the default value for the country field to United States. So we have a label for country box, input name country, text required, and then the value. This is the value it's talking about. And you see it's going to be United States. Create a field set with the ID card, credit card, which you use to insert credit card fields. Add the legend credit card. So let's see, this is the ID credit card, and that's the legend. Okay, wait. Oh, I skipped the phone, but here's how the phone goes. It's basically the same as the zip code. It has phone, phone box, phone, and then the pattern. Then within the credit card, you're going to make field sets for each credit card that it tells you to do. So basically, you have an abbreviation for the value. American Express is and it has an image. And you're going to do that for each of them. You're going to insert a label containing the text credit card number. So you not only have to have, you choose the credit card type, but you have to put in a number. And then let's see. And make the field card number required and have the field value, the regular expression pattern for a credit card number, using the regular expression for SB reg text file. So that's going to be what you use there. Then you're going to create an expression date label associated with the month list control. So you're going to add a selection list with the ID month, so you need to have all the months so that the person can choose the month when it expires. And then they're going to have a selection list for the card year. So they'll choose a month and they'll choose a year. Then you're going to create a label with the text CSC associated with the CSC box. Add a text box with the input CSC box and the required CSC field. Have the CSC field value follow the regular expression pattern. Set the maximum length of the field value. So this is like the 3-digit card number on the back of your credit card. So you're actually creating a place to put that. After the credit card field set, insert a button element of the submit type. Within the button, insert an SB button PNG inline image with the alternate text next. Note the text for the button is part of the button image, so the value attribute is not needed. And this is basically how that works. Save your changes to the file and then go to open the CSS file validate, SB validate.css. Within the validate styles, insert the following style rules to perform inline validation. So then I've started you off with the beginning a part of each of these, so you can read those over. And you just have to figure out what the rest of the code is. Save your changes to the style sheet and then open the SB payment HTML file in your browser. Verify that you cannot submit the form without all the required fields in the proper format. Verify the validation checks for the credit card number. by confirming that the form rejects the following credit card number, which does not follow a valid credit card pattern. Further, verify that the form accepts the following credit card number, which follows a valid number for credit cards. Zip all the files together and submit to the submission area. The Unit 5 quiz is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. and it may only be taken once. Information entered into a field is called a value. Know what an input box looks like, page 513. Know what a checkbox looks like, page 541. The name attribute of the form tag represents the older standard for identifying each form on the page. Know which type of value displays a browse button to locate and select a file, page 511. To create an input box for text entry, add the element input type name ID to the web form. The placeholder automatically disappears as soon as the user selects the input box. What type button can be placed in a group so selecting one deselects the other? Page 537. In the general syntax for the select and option tags, each option tag represents an individual item in the selection list. What key do you press for non-contiguous selections? Page 534. What is the default value of the wrap attribute? Page 542. To create an action for a command button, you have to write a script or program that runs automatically when the button is clicked. Know the concise description of a character pattern. Page 562. Use the Select tab to specify a list. It is best to use a legend to label each group. Among the attributes included with the form tag are attributes that include information on how to process the form. Field sets are block-level elements that expand to accommodate their content. Can a user select more than one item in a selection list? Many browsers include what feature that automatically fills in input in a form values if they are based on previously filled out forms, page 522. Know what happens when a user selects the input box, page 524. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.